Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are sipping something in this wild world of ours. Welcome back to Sip and Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's great to be here.
I am absolutely buzzing today. To all our Sip and Talkers tuning in, thank you for being here with us. And of course, I'm here with our resident logic master, the calm brain of the operation.
Well, hello. And I have to say, looking at what we're about to get into, I might not be able to pump the brakes as much as usual. It's fascinating. A little bizarre, even.
I knew it. I knew this one would get you. You love it when logic and emotion just completely clash. Okay, so we have to start with the hook, because this has been all over my feed.
Oh, yeah. Alex Honnold.
The man with nerves of actual steel. He just free soloed Taipei 101.
Which is an incredible feat. For anyone who hasn't seen it, this was, for a time, the tallest building in the world. It's a marvel.
It's huge. And the stats are just... they're mind-blowing. He climbed 508 meters.
And that includes the spire at the very top.
The whole thing. In 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 35 seconds. And just to remind everyone what free solo means.
No ropes.
No ropes at all. If he slips, that's it.
The precision required is just it's off the charts. I was reading that the exterior is mostly glass and metal, it's slick. He's gripping window ledges.
I know. And what got me, it was how casual he was about it. I read he actually sat on a platform partway up to give an interview.
To Netflix, yeah.
Yeah.
And exclusive.
He literally took a break hanging off a skyscraper to have a chat, and then he's waving to the crowd from the edge. It proves the absolute limits of human capability. It's insane.
Truly.
I get vertigo standing on a thick rug. But here's the thing. While Honnold's out there being a real-life Spider-Man, there's another event at Taipei 101 that's a little more for us mortals.
The run-up, the vertical marathon.
Right. And they are very different beasts. The run-up is all inside.
Correct. You're not scaling the outside, you're conquering the inside. It's a race of 2,046 steps.
2,046. My legs are burning just saying that.
It's grueling. The record has stood for 20 years. 10 minutes and 29 seconds. That tells you how hard it is.
And the athletes have to deal with this thing called the 101 cough, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's this physiological thing that happens because the air in the stairwells is so incredibly dry.
Oh, from the climate control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not built for athletes gasping for air. It just hits the lungs so hard. So people are pushing themselves to the absolute brink.
Okay, so we have Honnold on the outside, athletes on the inside getting this 101 cough. Stories of pure grit and sweat. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, these events have sparked a reaction online that has nothing to do with fitness.
Right. This is where we get what we're calling a tale of two realities. Reality number one is what we just described. People in Taipei physically sweating to climb a building.
And reality number two.
Reality number two is what we're calling cloud fitness.
Cloud fitness. I love this. Unpack that for us.
Okay, so imagine someone sitting on their couch, totally sedentary, but their heart rate is spiking. Their adrenaline is flowing, not from exercise, but from pure indignation online.
They're getting a cardio workout from typing furious comments.
That's it. And that's our mission today, to unpack this really ambivalent view coming largely from across the strait, from certain netizens and deported mainland spouses who see this race not as a sport, but as an existential threat.
A stair race is an existential threat. That's a stretch. Okay, let's dig in. What's the accusation?
So the core accusation is that the Taiwanese ruling party is engaged in, and they call it great internal propaganda. The term in Mandarin is danwan.
Great internal propaganda. That sounds so heavy. So what does that mean here?
Essentially, they're arguing that this whole event is just the government fawning over foreigners to prop up its own image. It's a move to brainwash the local population. They see Honnold waving, and they don't see sport. They see a psyop.
Okay, let's put our logic hats on. Does that actually make any sense? Calling an international race internal propaganda?
Well, if we fact-check the logic, it falls apart almost immediately. I mean, think about the definition. Internal propaganda targets a domestic audience.
Right.
It's inward-facing.
To tell your own people how great things are.
Exactly. But the 101 run-up brings in foreign athletes, international media. Honnold is there with Netflix, a global platform. The cameras are all pointed outward.
It's classic city marketing, soft power, like the New York City Marathon or the Tour de France. You're showing off your city to the world.
Precisely. And here's the supreme irony of it all. If this was meant to be internal, why is the most obsessed audience located externally?
That's a great point. The people paying the most attention aren't the locals. It's the critics outside the country doing their cloud fitness.
They're the most loyal viewers of the show they claim to hate.
It's so ironic.
It really is. And
Yeah.
looking closer at their arguments, we can obviously pull out 5 distinct logical contradictions, sort of logical blind spots.
Ooh, a list. Let's break it down. What's number 1?
Okay, number 1, anti-political politics. You see this all the time. The critics are screaming, don't politicize sports.
Which sounds reasonable. We all want to just enjoy the game.
Sure. But they're the only ones seeing it through a political lens.
Yeah.
To everyone else, it's just a race. By screaming, don't politicize this, they are literally the ones introducing the politics they claim to hate.
It's like wearing red glasses and shouting that the world is too red. You're bringing the color. Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2 is soft power denial. This is where any international visibility for Taiwan, if it's not organized by China, is seen as a trick or a conspiracy.
So New York can have a marathon, London can have a marathon, but if Taipei does it, it's a nefarious plot.
Basically, yeah. Which leads right into number 3, the double standard. When Beijing hosts the Olympics or the Asian Games, how is that framed?
Oh, it's national glory, the rise of the dragon. You know?
Correct. A legitimate display of strength. But when Taipei hosts an event, suddenly it's brainwashing. The action is the same, but the interpretation completely flips.
That's just basic hypocrisy. So what's number 4?
Number 4 is a big one. It's projection. Because these critics often come from a system where sports are state-sanctioned propaganda.
Ah, so they assume everyone else is doing the same thing.
Right. They project that exact motivation onto Taiwan. They can't conceive of a civil society doing something for fun or for sport independent of a state agenda.
It's like assuming the chef poisoned the meal because you would poison the meal if you were in charge.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's a total projection of intent.
Yikes. Okay, and the 5th one?
The 5th one is the audience paradox, which we touched on. You're calling it internal brainwashing when the main audience isn't internal at all. It just doesn't work.
Okay, so logically the argument is Swiss cheese. It's full of holes. But people don't get this angry over a logical fallacy. There's got to be something emotional going on here. Why are they so mad?
You're absolutely right. This gets us into the psychology of the critic. And it's quite poignant when you strip away the anger. We have to look at the mindset, especially of the deported spouses who are some of the loudest voices.
Okay, so these are people who used to live in Taiwan, but for whatever reason were sent back to the mainland.
Yes. So for them, Taiwan isn't just a political place. It's a place of personal rejection, humiliation. So there's this concept, hostile attribution bias.
Okay.
When you feel rejected by a person or a place, you tend to view their neutral actions as hostile towards you.
So Taiwan just having a good time hosting a race feels like a personal attack, like a look how happy I am without you kind of thing.
That's exactly it. It triggers what's called compensatory aggression. Seeing Taiwan succeed with these big international events, it just reminds them of their exclusion.
Wow, that's actually really sad. It's like watching a party through the window that you got kicked out of.
It is. And to keep their psychological balance, they have to frame it as evil or fake. Because if they admitted, hey, that looks cool, they'd have to admit Taiwan is doing just fine without them. And that's a huge blow to the ego.
A very hard pill to swallow.
Then there's also existential erasure for those with a strong unification mindset. Their whole worldview relies on the narrative that Taiwan is chaotic or poor or needs saving.
Right, the damsel in distress narrative.
Yes, but a happy, modern Taiwan holding international races with Netflix specials, it disproves the entire thesis of their lives. It erases the justification for their ideology.
So they're trapped in this cognitive dissonance loop.
A total feedback loop. They're looking for proof that Taiwan is failing. When they see success, their brain has to twist it into a conspiracy. It's fake. They paid the climber to make it fit.
That sounds absolutely exhausting, which brings us back to cloud fitness. They are working so hard. Meanwhile, what's the view from the other side? In Taiwan.
And this is the starkest contrast. We call it the asymmetry. While critics are writing these furious multi-paragraph essays, the people in Taiwan seem completely indifferent to it.
They're just commuting, queuing for ramen.
Pretty much. Living their lives. Maybe they'll complain about the traffic the event caused, but that's about it.
It's that stalker versus neighbor analogy we talked about.
It fits perfectly. Taiwan is in life mode. The critics are in surveillance mode.
It's the obsessive ex vibe. You break up, you move on, you post a picture of a salad on Instagram.
Because you're hungry.
Because you're hungry, that's it. But the ex is on a burner account going, you're only posting that salad to make me jealous. I know you're miserable.
It's just like, no, it's just a salad. They're creating a narrative where everything is about them, but they're not even in the story.
So what do you call Taiwan's attitude in all this?
We could call it sovereign maturity. It's this realization that you don't need the critics' approval to exist. To Taiwan, these critics are just noisy neighbors doing renovations.
I love that. Noisy neighbors.
It's annoying, sure. You hear the drilling. But unless they cut your power, you just roll your eyes, put on headphones, and go back to your day. You don't engage.
That is a level of chill I aspire to. And there's a fallacy there too, isn't there? The observer's fallacy.
Yeah. By pointing the magnifying glass and accusing Taiwan of posturing, the critics are the ones doing the posturing. They create the political theater they claim to be watching.
They need a reaction to prove they were right. But by being ignored, they're just shouting into the void.
Precisely. Silence is often the loudest response.
So bringing this all home for our sip and talkers, what's the big life lesson here beyond all the politics?
I think it's about where you direct your energy. When you use a magnifying glass to find flaws in other people just to prove yourself right, you lose control of your own happiness. You're giving your power away.
You're focusing on their cracks instead of your own foundation.
Exactly. Real fitness versus cloud fitness. That online outrage, it gives you a sugar rush. It's quick energy. But focusing on your own growth, that brings real confidence.
It's about elegance, you know.
It really is. The most charming thing for a person or a country is having the confidence to say, even if you don't agree with me, I can still elegantly be myself.
I can still elegantly be myself. I love that. You don't have to fight every dog that barks. You just keep walking.
That's it. So my final thought for everyone is this. Put down the political magnifying glass. It only shows you flaws. Instead, pick up the kaleidoscope of life.
Ooh, a kaleidoscope. I haven't held one of those in years.
Think about it, though. A magnifying glass isolates and burns. A kaleidoscope takes broken pieces and makes something beautiful. Look for patterns, for colors, for complexity. Focus on your own climb. The view is always better from the top when you climbed it yourself.
Man, I feel motivated. I might not climb a building, but I'm definitely taking the stairs today.
Baby steps.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for unpacking all of that. What a journey from a skyscraper to internet psychology. And to all our listeners, if you enjoyed this, please make sure you're subscribed to Sip and Talk.
And before we go, we have to give a special shout out.
Oh, absolutely. A huge shout out to our friend Mickey and his YouTube channel, Mickey to Life. The guy is a legend.
If you need a break from all this deep analysis and just want good vibes, go check him out. Hilarious memes, great travel vlogs. It's like actual fitness for your funny bone.
Fitness for your funny bone. I love that. So much better than cloud fitness. So check out Mickey to Life on YouTube and don't forget to pour yourself a good cup of coffee.
We'll see you next time.